Hey everyone, it's Amber, and today I'm going to be doing my March wrap-up in April TBR. I can't believe that it's April, and I feel like I say that every single month, but I feel like it was just January, and now it's April. So a couple things to address before I get into this video. Firstly, I'm very sorry if you can hear wind and rain in the background. It is currently storming outside, so there's a lot of rain. So if you can hear that, I'm very sorry. Second of all, I'm really sorry if you can see a glare on my glasses. I'm using like makeshift lighting, so there's probably some sort of glare on my glasses. But anyway, let's just get right into the important part of this video, which is the books. So the first thing that I read in March was King Lear by William Shakespeare. I enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite Shakespeare play, but I did like it. Next book that I read in March was City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. This was the February book for the Cassandra Clare read-along, which I am hosting with a bunch of my friends, and we're doing live shows, and it's tons of fun, and you can join in at any time, and I definitely recommend that you do. I listen to this on audio, and I like listening to the audiobook because I can just listen to it on the bus and stuff like that, and it really feels like a new reading experience because last time I read these books, I read them physically. And I finished it in the beginning of March, so I'm counting it in my March wrap-up, even though technically it was the February book. So now we're just gonna get straight into my April TBR. I'm really hoping April will be a better month for me since March was not a good reading month for me at all. I watched tons of Netflix in March, and I feel like sometimes you need to do that. Like, if you're not feeling reading and you're just not like in the mood, then don't force yourself to read. All the times I've done that, it really hasn't worked out well, so I wouldn't force yourself to read if you're not in the mood. And that was just how it was for me in March. And if you truly love reading, you will come back to it. So I've returned to it, and I'm going to tell you guys the books that I'm currently reading and the ones that I'm hoping to finish in April. And hopefully I'll read more in April than I did in March. March is also a really long month school-wise for me. Like, we don't have any days off. I'm in high school still, if you guys didn't know. This is my senior year of high school. March, we don't have any days off. We have nothing. We had one snow day, and there's one half day of school. I don't know if you guys have those, but that just means that you get out earlier than you normally would. And so I didn't really have tons of time to read. April, we have spring break. So I'm excited to be off for spring break so then I can read a ton. So this list of books that I am planning on reading in April will probably change throughout the month because of spring break. First, I have one for school, and that is Beloved by Toni Morrison. This book is interesting so far. It's about slavery, but it's also about like ghosts. So this woman lives in this house, and her the dead members of her family are haunting it. It's very confusing to explain. So it's about slavery and just that time period, but it includes ghosts, and like ghosts are a normal thing. So it's nothing crazy, and people don't think that you're crazy for having ghosts. It's just like normal. I'm not too far into it yet. I'm enjoying it, but it's very confusing. The next book that I'm planning on reading, and that I'm actually currently reading in April, is City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. This was our March book of the month, and I'm still finishing it up in April. As of now, our live show for this is going to be on Thursday, April 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in tuning in for the live show, it will be on A Dash of Ashes channel, and we're just going to be discussing this book. So if you guys are interested, that's taking place this month. So I'm listening to the audiobook of this, and I'm really enjoying it so far. The next book that I am currently reading and planning to read in April is Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. Lately I've been in a very summery mood. So I wanted to read something that I haven't read a lot of ever. It's about mermaids, and I've never read a book about mermaids, even though I love mermaids. I feel like every kid has their like obsession with like mythological creatures, and mine was mermaids when I was little, and I still adore mermaids, and this is about mermaids, so I'm hoping that I will enjoy it. Next, I have our April book of the month, the Cassandra Clare read-along, and that is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I am beyond excited to get back into this series. I've only read it once, same as Mortal Instruments. I read it more recently. I actually have a review of this entire trilogy up on my channel. It was one of my first videos. Do not recommend watching it, but it's one of my first videos. But if you guys want, I can do individual like spoilery reviews for these because I'd really like to do that. So this is our book of the month for April. You can join in. Now's a really good time to join in if you haven't read The Infernal Devices. The next book that I am planning on reading is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And you might say, Amber, aren't you obsessed with A Court of Thorns and Roses? Haven't you already read A Court of Thorns and Roses? The answer is yes. I have already read A Court of Thorns and Roses. But the other day I just picked it up and I just started reading from the beginning. And now I'm like 70 pages into it. And I'm not stopping. And I'm gonna reread A Court of Mist and Fury too. You know I am. Because I'm so excited for A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I'm literally like, I cannot contain my excitement for A Court of Wings and Ruin. I have a really fun thing planned in honor of the release of Akawar. So if you haven't read this series, just shut off this video and just go read it. So those are all the books that I'm planning on reading in April. As of now, it will probably change. It will probably definitely change. I'll probably read more. So that is about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you love Reese as much as I do. You can also subscribe down below if you want to see more of my videos. And I will see you all next time. Bye!
Lay your love on mine, lay your love on mine. Let your safety fall, let your safety